Hey jazz musicians, have you ever encountered a cymbal like this and wondered what to do? Welcome to the altered chord. The ALT is a symbol for altered, which is representing one of 4 different chords. What they really want you to play, if you see that in a lead sheet, is a very juicy, intense sounding dominant type of chord that's going to resolve. Come take a look. Here is a basic G7 chord. Now, if I lower the 5th, notice that there's 2 ways of indicating that a flat 5th or a minus 5th mean the same thing. Now here is a G7 with a raised 5th. Sharp 5th means the same thing here. All right, now let's look at this G9 chord. No frills, G9. Okay, here is a G7 with a lowered 9th. Flat 9, we're starting to sound a little more tense. Here are a couple different ways of writing out and playing a G7 with a sharp 9. This chord has both the normal 3rd and the sharp 9 with which has a kind of a funky sound. And here's another way of playing this chord. Now, in order to play a true altered chord, you must alter, raise or lower both the 5th and the 9th of the chord. So you could have one of 4 variations. Come take a look. These next 7 chord voicings are some of the ways you can play a G7 ALT. Both the 5th and the 9th are changed in some way. So I kind of am showing here a whole bunch of ways, but they're not the only ways, just some really favorite ways of mine. Okay, so here is a G7 with the flatted 5th and the flatted 9th. Notice my right hand is like a D flat major triad over G7 bass. Here's one with a sharp 5th and a raised 9th. And notice that my right hand is like an E flat major over a G7 bass. This one is voiced like a B flat minor triad in the right hand over a G7 bass. Notice the intensity of this chord sounding. And here is like an A flat minor triad in the right hand over a G7 bass. Sometimes what I like to do, sort of a shortcut, is when I see ALT, I think of the tritone substitution. So here is like a D flat 7. It's a tritone away from G, over G in the bass. Here's another way of thinking of it, upper part of a D flat 9 chord over G in the bass. That's this one. And this third one is like, I'm thinking like a D flat 13 voicing over a G in the bass. Now, remember, the bass note will give the chord its identity, and a bass note can make all the difference in the sound. Here I'm going to play a D flat in the bass, and the notes I play should be called a D flat 13. But if I switch just that bass note to a G, we have a G7 altered. How do you like that? Both raised 9th, raised 5th, flat 5th, flat 9 between the two hands. And normally this chord will resolve to like a C minor. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can download a copy of these chord voicings at debbiedenkemusic.com, my website. Please take a look at my invitation polychordal study video if you'd like some more advanced jazz exercises to try. See you there.